Let's show them what Kingdom Comebacks is really about.
You know who this is for? This is for the man who looks in the mirror and knows he's not the same man he used to be. You had momentum. You had confidence. You had direction. And somewhere along the way, you lost it. Yeah. And most men don't even say it out loud. They just carry it. That feeling of, I don't feel like myself anymore. Wasted time, lost money, lost confidence, years that don't feel like they added up to anything. For some of you, it was betrayal. For some, it was divorce. For others, you just slowly drifted off your path, then didn't even realize it until it was too late. But hear me clearly. You're not rebuilding from nothing. You're rebuilding from experience. From what you went through, from what you survived, from lessons most people never had to learn. And that's what makes this different, because this isn't about starting over. This is about rebuilding the right way, with faith, so you're grounded, with discipline, so you don't fall back into who you were, with identity, so you actually know who you are again, with masculine leadership, so you can lead your life, not react to it. And with truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Because Kingdom Comebacks is about one thing: men becoming dangerous again in the right way, not reckless, not emotional, disciplined, focused, aligned. And once you get that back, everything changes. Now, everything we talked about so far, that's the foundation. But this next part, this is where a lot of men either protect the comeback or lose themselves all over again. So I'm going to hand this over to my brother Malik and let him give his perspective, his spin on what Kingdom Comebacks is really about. Malik, talk to them, man.
Yeah, because rebuilding your life, that's one level. But protecting that rebuild, that's where most men lose themselves again. Most men don't fall all at once. They drift. A little distraction here, a little comfort there, and before they know it, they're back in the same patterns that buried them the first time. This is where you have to become like the wolf. Quiet, observant, aware of everything around you. Because when you're rebuilding, you can't afford to move blind. Because comfort doesn't feel dangerous. It feels earned. It feels safe. But comfort will slowly make you weak if you don't check it. And that's where most men get caught. Strength isn't just physical. It's control. It's discipline. It's knowing when to move and when not to move at all. This is where identity locks in. You don't try to be different anymore. You decide who you are, and you move like that man every single day. Because a man who leads doesn't wait for life to tell him who he is. He defines it, and then he stands on it. Now you start watching access. Who gets your time? Who gets your energy? Who gets close enough to influence you? Because not everything that shows up is meant to stay. Wisdom sits back and watches. It doesn't rush. It doesn't react. It understands before it moves. This is where faith grounds you, and discipline carries you when your feelings don't. Because feelings, they come and go. Standards, they stay. Comfort will tell you to relax. Truth will tell you to stay sharp. Comfort will tell you it's not that serious. Truth will remind you what it cost you to get here. So if you're serious about your comeback, you don't just rebuild, you protect. Take this with you. Not everything deserves your attention. Not everything deserves access to you. You don't move fast just because something feels good. You move with clarity because you know what you're building. Because once a man becomes clear, disciplined, and grounded, he becomes dangerous again, in the right way. And that's a man that won't lose himself twice.